Hi, welcome to grade 5th cbse all subject by Savita for the YouTube channel. Kids, this one our English lecture. Kids, today we start new chapter title The First Person. Third one lesson. Today we start. We on page number 25. Kids, the first person. When they start, which person they got or they saw which person's face depend their day, how to they work. Okay, about that this one the first person lesson also. For example, superstitions are beliefs based on luck or magic. Few people, they do not have any logical supports. Kids, superstitions are beliefs based on luck or magic. They do not have any logical supports. Each culture has its own common superstitions, but people have personal superstitions too. For example, before every exam, I like to tap my pencil on the table thrice. I think it brings me luck. That type? Yes? Anyone kids believe that type? Do you know some of these common superstitions? Discuss with your classmates. Give two more examples of a superstition. One is a black cat crossing your path is bad luck. Yes? Lot of people have that type superstition belief. Second one, breaking a mirror brings bad luck. Okay, actually by mistake that things happen, but people superstitions are belief like breaking a mirror brings bad luck. Next one, knocking on wood brings good luck. And fourth one, blowing out all candles on your birthday cake in a single breath means you will have a good year. Okay, but all are superstitions. Okay, kids, now we start our chapter. First we read, then explain. Okay, then question answers. Maharaja Krishna Chandra was the king of Bengal. He was a good king, but he was also very superstitious. He believed that the person whose face he saw first after waking up in the morning would affect his entire day. If his day went well, he would reward the person whose face he saw first in the morning. But if his day went badly, he wouldn't punish them. Because of this risk of punishment, people usually avoid going near him in the morning. Everyone avoided him except his court jester, Gopal Bhand. Gopal was not afraid of the king. He was so clever that he could deal with whatever happened. Here you can see reward means some prize given to recognize an achievement or a service. Avoided means stay away from. Jester means a person whose job is to tell jokes to make people laugh. And deal with means a manage or a handle. One question here, reference, okay. Reference question here. Why did people not want to meet the king in the morning? Because if king's entire day not going good, then they got punishment. Okay, so now we on page number 27. One morning the Maharaja went for his usual walk by the river. That day Gopal, the court jester, who usually slept until late, was also walking by the riverside because he was hungry and wanted to buy some fresh fish. Hello, Gopal. How is it that you are up so early? I thought you usually get up only at noon. Good morning, Your Majesty. I wanted to fresh feast my fat this morning, so I rushed here. How will you test your fat? I know you would be here. I wanted to see your auspicious face the first thing in the morning. Now I am sure I will have a wonderful day. The Maharaja was delighted, but he also warned Gopal. By the way, Gopal, you are the first person I saw today. Let me see how my day goes. I will then know whether to reward or punish you. Fate, F-A-T means here luck. Auspicious means lucky, L-U-C-K-Y. Then, while reading, we have one question, textbook given here. Why did Gopal go to the riverside when he was hungry? To collect fish or crab, like, okay. Now, turn page, we on page number 28. The Maharaja invited Gopal up to his chambers. The king's barber also arrived there to give him a shave. Come, Gopal, entertain us with your latest adventures. Gopal always told his stories in a very funny manner and made people feel cheerful. Soon, everyone in the room was laughing, including the guards. Chambers means CHAMBERS. Chambers means special or private room. Shave means remove here, okay, here from the face. And entertain means to make people have fun. Now we on page number 29. Unfortunately, the king was shaking so much while laughing that the barber's hand slipped and the razor cut the king's cheek. The king was very angry. I have never met such an auspicious person in my life. I think I will have you executed. The guard rushed to head the king, but Gopal kept smiling. Stop smiling, Gopal. This is all your fault. Saw your face the first in the morning, and now I am bleeding. You should be punished. I have never met such an auspicious person in my life. I think I will have you executed. That's not fair, Your Majesty. I may be inspicious, but you are even more inspicious. Unfortunately means unlucky. Razor means small tool with a sharp blade used for shaving. And executed means killed, KILLED. While reading, we have one reference question. How did the king's cheek get cut? Because while shaving, king's laughing and shaking, okay. So, barber's hand slipped and the razor cut the king's cheek. Okay. While listening, jokes. Okay. Gopal's joke. Kids, now we on page number 30. How dare you say that? What do you mean? Well, You saw my face the first thing in the morning and got a simple cut. But I saw your face the first in the morning and got a death sentence. So, who is more unlucky? Who sang that one? Gopal. The Maharaja was a good man, after all. He realized the truth of what Gopal was saying. He climbed down and laughed. You are quite right, Gopal. I was being too silly with my superstitions. Come, let me make the day better for everyone. Let's all have rasgullas from the palace kitchen. While reading now, we have one reference question. What was Gopal's reason for calling the king more auspicious? Because king got only cut cheeks little bit, but Gopal saw at the morning king's face and got punishment death. Okay, so king uh, king was more inauspicious. Okay, inauspicious. Death sentence means unofficial death penalty, and realize means what? Come to know. Claim down means became peaceful. Kids, Maharaja Krishna Chandra was fairly unique since it was possible for him to meet many different people the first thing in the morning. But for most of us, the first person we meet in the morning is usually likely to be the same every day. Kids, now question answers time. First one question, discuss in class the first person you met in the morning. Who is the most common person that you and your classmate meet first in the morning? Obviously, in home you saw your parents, okay? And in school you saw your teachers, okay? Each and every kid's answer here different. Next one question, second one. What would you have done if you were one of the king's courtiers and were worried about meeting him in the morning? Same as Gopal, okay? Don't fear, okay? Third one question. One morning before the events in the story, Maharaja Krishna Chandra woke up and met his young son first. Do you think he would have punished his son if he had a bad day? No. Any fathers not gave his son daughter punishment. Fourth one, in the case of the cut on the king's face, rank the following people in descending order of who you think is most responsible for the accident. The barber, the king, Gopal, the king's guards. See, first one, most responsible person, the king. Okay, because he's shaking, okay, while laughing. Then second one, the barber, because he slipped his hand, okay. Then the king's guard of they laughing, and so the barber not give proper attention, okay. And then last one, Gopal, because he not responsible anymore, because he doing his work means telling them jokes. He do his duty, okay, and other are laughing. Then If that one descending, then first one Gopal, then the king's guard, the barber, the king. Okay, and ascending, the king, then the barber, the king's guard, and Gopal. Next one, see. Give reason for your answer. Okay. Most responsible, the king, because he laughing. Okay. While laughing, he shaking. Okay. And second one, the barber, because he slapped his hand and cut the check. And third one, the king's guard, because the barber not proper give attention. And third one, Gopal, he doing his duty. Okay. Fifth one question. Today there are no court jesters, but there are people who make jokes in public to entertain others. Do you know what they are called? Would you like to be such a person? Discuss this one, your homework, kids. Okay, you can write down your ideas here, kids. You can write down here whose people talk jokes and entertain other people. We call them jokers. In circus, you can see there are jokers. They entertain peoples. Okay, they called jokers. Would you like to be such a person? Yes or no? If you like, you can write down yes or no. Then you can write down no. All of you know Johnny Levers, that type character, how much they entertain people's telling jokes. Okay. Then sixth one question. Imagine you were in Gopal's place and the king cut himself. How would you have protected yourself against his anger? Give some new ideas. Don't just copy Gopal's solution. Yes. If I am a Gopal, I am saying, King, Your Majesty, it's your fault because while listening jokes, okay, while shaving, why you shaking? It's your fault. You shaking your face, so you cut your cheek. Okay, it's not my fault. While laughing, why you shaking your cheek? Okay, so you got your cheek cut. Okay, it's not my fault. Then seventh one, do you think there are lucky and unlucky people in general? Discuss with the examples. No, not a lucky and unlucky, okay, persons, but maybe on time and beyond time. If in temple on prayer, if you present there after prayer finish, you got prasad, and who not present there, they are unlucky. Okay, that type. Means on time if you collect knowledge, okay, on time you doing all your duties, you are lucky. Okay, gain knowledge how much you can. You are lucky. Okay, and if your teacher, good teacher, retire, then you are unlucky. You can't gain knowledge from that one specific teachers. That type we can say. Kids now, language in use. Okay, this one we learn in next English lecture, and you can see here few words. Okay, words, synonym and antonyms. Okay, this one by head. Okay, please, here you can see complete the table given below by entering the synonyms and antonyms from the box in the correct places. Foolish, rarely, disappointed, huge, bore, intelligent and grain. Where you can see smart, that one synonyms intelligent and antonym foolish. Big, synonym huge and antonym tiny. Word frequently, synonym you can see often and antonym rarely. Okay, word delighted, synonym happy and antonym disappointed. And word entertain, that one entertain synonym amuse and antonym bore. Okay, and word smile, smile synonym gain and antonym frown. Okay, here lot of grammar uses also. Okay, that all we learn in next class, because of our video became long. Kids, few questions also I give you. Okay, from this chapter. Why did people not want to meet the king in the morning? That one. Which one? You can see this one. Maharaja Krishna Chandra would punish the people he met first in the morning. And second one, why did Gopal go to the riverside when he was hungry? Gopal went to the riverside when he was hungry because he wanted to get some fresh fish. That one, question answer. Then now third one, how did the king's cheek get cut? Gopal was telling a funny story or a joke which made everyone in the chamber laugh. Unfortunately, the king was shaking so much while laughing that the barber's hand slipped and the razor cut the king's cheek. Okay, now next one question. Where? Yes, here is. What was Gopal's reason for calling the king more inauspicious? The king said Gopal was inauspicious because he saw Gopal's face in the morning and get a cut on his cheek. Gopal used some logic to point out that the king was more inauspicious because Gopal saw the face first in the morning and was being given a death sentence. Okay, then what kind of superstition did Maharaja Krishna Chandra have? Answer is, Maharaja Krishna Chandra's superstition was that the person whose face he saw first or the waking up in the morning would affect his entire day. Okay, and next one question, who was a Gopal Bhand and what was his role in the court of Maharaja Krishna Chandra? Gopal Bhand was a court jester. Okay, Gopal entertained the court with his stories in a very funny manner and make people cheerful. Okay, that one question. Remaining questions and grammars we learn in next English lecture. Till it, bye bye kids. And then we start our fourth one chapter. Let's go seed collecting. Thank you.